Let me show you how to draft a transparent overbust corset. This corset was inspired by Precious Apparel, and I know how complicated drafting this kind of corset looks. But then it's actually done with simple and clear steps. So in this tutorial, I'm going to guide you through the entire drafting process. I'm going to show you how to achieve accuracy in every line, okay? By the end of this tutorial, you will have the knowledge and confidence to create your very own transparent overbust corset. So let's get to class. So I want to make this as simple as possible. Okay, so pay close attention. The first thing I did was to divide my shoulder by 2. Okay, and then I came down by 1 inch to form the shoulder slope. Then I came down by my armhole depth, which is your bust divided by 6 plus 2. Okay, then I marked my bust divided by 4. That's how I got this L shape. Then I divided the armhole length by 2, came in by 0.75, and then I formed this curve you're seeing. Okay, now the next thing we're going to be doing is to mark our because this line we already marked now is our chest line. Okay, so we're going to mark our bust points. Okay, so mark your shoulder to bust points, whatever it is, you're going to mark it at this point. Then the next thing I'm going to mark is under bust. Okay, so your shoulder measurement to under bust, your shoulder to under bust is what you're going to mark. Then the next line I'm going to mark is half length. So your shoulder to your half length is what you're going to mark at this point. Okay, now I'm going to rule that out, and the next thing we're going to be marking is our waist to hip. Okay, for me, I usually use 9-inch as standard waist to hip, but if your customer or your client is taller, you might want to use 10 or 11 depending on how tall the person is, but I usually use 9. Okay, now that's my labeling. I've labeled my chest line, my bust point, my underbust, half length, and then the hip. Okay, then I'll mark my bust nipple to nipple divided by 2, and I'm going to mark it on the horizontal lines that I've already marked. Okay, so I'm going to mark it all the way through. Now when I'm done doing that, the next thing I'm going to do is to start forming my dart. So I want you to pay close attention here, because I'm on the plus side, I'm on the larger size, I'm using 0.25 for my underbust tightening. Okay, you can go ahead and use whatever you use for your underbust tightening, but anything after bust 40 should be from 0.25 to upwards, like 0.25, 0.523, wherever. Okay, so I'm marking 0.25 on both sides of the line, of the nipple to nipple line that I drew. At this point, I had to dim the light so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, I didn't want the lines to be too faint. All right, so now I came down by ½ inch from the bust point, and then I'm connecting with my curved ruler to the under bust, to the dart legs that we've already drawn. Now, the next thing we're going to do is to come in from our center front on our hip line, coming from our center front by 1 inch or 1.25. Okay, and I'm going to connect it to the first dart leg. Okay, on a faint line. I'm doing a faint line because I'm going to clean out all these lines. Okay, now I'm going to replace the dart. You know, when we took 0.25 on both sides, that will give us 2.5. So I'm going to mark that 2.5 now, and then I'm going to connect it to the second dart leg. This way I've slanted my lines. Okay, now to give it even more curved line, I came out from the half length towards the center front by 0.25. Okay, and I've connected it to the dart leg, and then I'm going to connect it to the hip also, following the dart leg. You see that now my dart legs are slanted, they are no longer just straight. Okay, it's, you know, helps in the overall look of the corset. Now I'm going to also do the same thing to the other dart leg. I'm going to come in by 0.25, and then I will do the same thing, connect it to the underbust, connect it to the hip. This way the both legs are the same. You get that? Now when we're done doing that, I'll clean out the lines that we're not using, just so that nobody gets confused. You get that, right? Okay, so now that I'm done cleaning now, the next thing I'm going to do is to mark our waist divided by 4. Now, what I did was to mark my waist minus 1 before I divided it by 4. Then I added the that leg, that part that we had, which is 2.5. Okay, then I also marked my hip divided by 4. Then I added that apart, which is 2.5. That's what I did, and now I'm connecting this side. Once we're done connecting, we're going to be marking the bust dart. Okay, now remember that the bust dart, to get your bust, to space for your bust dart, it's your half length for the front minus your half length for the back. Okay, whatever you have, the value you have is what you will come down from your bust point by. For me, it's 1.5, so I came down by 1.5 at the side and I connected it to the bust point. Okay, it's that nipple to nipple line. Now we're going to go over to our overbust tightening. Okay, now for this overbust tightening, see, there's no hard and fast rule. Just get what you're comfortable with. That's in how exposed you want it to be up there. Okay, you can go up from your chest line by 2 inches, by 1 inch, by 0.5 inch, whatever is comfortable for you, once you are sure that it will cover you up as much as you want. For me, I went up by 2 inches from my chest line. Okay, so this is it, and then I ruled a straight line, okay, to mark that point. Then I will connect this my nipple to nipple line upwards, just to find as a guide. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is to mark 0.75 on both sides of the line. Okay, and I'm going to connect it back to the bust point. So at this point, if you have any question, remember that I'm always in the comment section to answer your questions. So if you have a question, ask in the comment section and I will answer. The aim is so that this will be as thorough as possible. Okay, so if there's anything I'm omitting, ask me in the comment section. Now for the neck depth, I just used 8 inches, but feel free to use whatever you want. I didn't want it to be too exposed, so I used 8 inches. Now for the curve, I'm going to use the half of our armhole depth. I came in by 1 inch at some point, but I later came in by half inch. So come in by half inch from the half of your armhole. Okay, now at the armhole and towards the side, come up by half inch also. Okay, so I'm going to connect this half inch that I came out by back to the neck. Okay, I also came up by half inch. Okay, after I'd come in by half inch, I came up again by half inch. Oh god, I hope you understand what I'm doing. See, if you don't understand what I'm saying, just rewind the video and watch it again. Okay, because sometimes explaining these things can really be difficult, but God is helping us though. All right, so let's continue. So now I'm closing up the darts so that it will be easy for me to rule the neckline. Now, if you didn't close up your darts to rule the neckline, when you're done sewing it, it will be short. It will not align. But when you close up the dart like this and you sew, whenever you're sewing a dart, not just for this particular corset, whenever you're sewing a dart, close up your dart, a shoulder or a bust dart or whatever. Close up your shoulder first. Close up your shoulder first before you connect your lines. Are you seeing the difference now? Are you seeing the difference between the line that I drew initially and the one that I drew when I connected my shoulder, my darts? You see the difference? That would have been how short the center front would have been from the side. You see that? All right, so the next thing we're going to be doing is to connect that pointed place. We came out from the armhole by half and went up by half. Okay, so we are going to now connect it back to the armhole. You're going to connect it with your curved ruler back to the armhole. Okay, now once we are done doing this, the next thing will now be to clean up our SS line and then close up the bust darts. So we're closing up this bust dart just the way I explained for the chest line. We're closing up the bust dart, so we're ensuring there is no shortage when we are sewing the sides. Okay, so close up your bust dart and redraw the side to ensure there is no shortage. Okay, if you are enjoying the video to this point, then please don't forget to give me a like. Click the subscribe button if you're seeing us for the first time. Now, your likes and your subscription is going to make YouTube to send this video to other persons that might need it, okay? So support this channel by liking this video, and then if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. So now I'm going to be marking my corset length. So I'm using 6 inches from the half length, okay? So at the side, I'm going to come up by 1 inch, okay, and I'm going to go out by 0.5 inch. You can do 0.25, you can use 0.75. If you want to be conical, you can use from 1 inch upwards to be as conical as you want, okay? But I didn't want it to be conical, I just wanted it to be simple, so we're keeping it simple here. All right, so I'm going to use my curved ruler to try to get a shape that I'm going to like, okay? So just let your creative mind do the work. Use your curved ruler, get any shape you want, get any curve or style line that you want, okay? All right, so this is what I have. I'm trying to use my curved ruler to get something, just something, okay? All right, so once I'm done with that, I'm going to clean out the excess line, and then we are practically done with the front part. It's that simple, okay? So we are done with the front part. Actually, I'm just going to cut this out, and then we're going to go over to drafting for the back. So I'm just going to label this is the center front, this is the side front, okay? And then I'm going to close up this bust dart, okay? When you're cutting out, close up the bust dart. You don't need it, okay? So you just close it up with your sellotape or your masking tape or your paper tape, whatever you have, and then I'm going to cut this out. So this is what we have after cutting it. This is the center front, this is the side front. Now for the inner part, you know that this is going to have this corset, right? It's going to have a bustier inside it to give the bust part the structure that you saw in the thumbnail, okay? So what I'm just going to do is to place another paper, but it will stop at the under bust line, okay? And then I'm going to cut out exactly what I have in this pattern on the second pattern. That pattern is what I'm going to be using for the bustier, okay? That's why you're going to have your crepe, you're going to have your skin nets, your bobbin nets, and then you are going to have your crepe. Is the crepe part that you're going to be sewing with this one. I'm using a cardboard to cut out, okay? So this is the part you're going to do your bust caging and all of that, okay? Now I'm going to cut that out for the center front, and then for the side front I'm also going to cut this out, okay? So you're going to place it on your under bust, exactly on your under bust, then you cut out what you have up from on the upper part. Okay, I hope you're following. Please, if you're following to this point, just drop in the comment section, I am following, and then I understand what you're saying, okay? Just drop it in the comment section just so that I'll know that, yes, people were following even up to this point, okay? All right, thank you very much. You know, I like to interact with my students, so don't mind me when I tell you to do a lot of things, okay? All right, so now for the back. So I will divide the shoulder into 2, and I'll mark, okay? And then from there I'll come down by 1 inch, and then I'll come in from the center front by 3 inches, which is my standard neck width, and then I'll connect these 2 points. Then I'll come down by my armhole depth, which is usually your bust divided by 6 plus 2 inches, okay? Then I'm going to connect this line, and then I'm going to just mark my bust divided by 4, and then I'm going to connect my chest line. Then on that armhole line, I'm going to find the midpoint. I'm going to come in by ½ inch. For the back is ½ inch, for the front is 0.75. You get that, right? Okay, so I'm coming in by ½ inch because it's the back, and then I'm going to connect to the end. I came up by 1 inch in this armhole, called this angle, just as a guide, okay? Then I'll mark my shoulder to half length. Remember that the half length for the front is not the same thing as the half length for the back, so the difference is what you use for your bust dart, okay? So you now mark the actual half length for the back here, and then you mark your waist to hip, and I've labeled, okay? On the half length, I went ahead and marked my waist divided by 4. Remember, I did my waist minus 1 before I divided it by 4, just so that it will give me that snatched waist, okay? And then I marked my hip divided by 4, and I'm connecting everything together to form my side for the back. Okay, now the way we came up by half inch on the armhole side, I'm also coming up by half inch, though I didn't end up using the half inch. Then on the center back side, I'm going to come down by half inch and I'll connect. Now you can come down by whatever you feel comfortable coming down by. I came down by half inch. It's comfortable for me. Okay, now for the length of the corset, I'm going to be importing the front part. You can see the way the side front aligns well at the half length, because my front and back half length was measured accurately. Now I'm going to use it to get the length of the corset, okay, for the front. So I'm going to use it for my back. Just place your ruler and connect after you've gotten the actual length for the back from the front. Okay, now I'll also, the way we came out by 0.5, that's also how I'll come out by 0.5 at the back, and I'll connect it back to the half length. Now for the place that we'll be putting our eyelets, on the top part I came in by 0.1.5. At the down part I came in by 1, just to form a slant. That's all, and that is all. We are done with this pattern drafting. Okay, so what you now have to do is to get your tool, get your bobbinet, and then get your crepe and then your bones, and you are ready to go. So I think this is about it. So go ahead and piece your own together. Or if you would want me to do a sewing tutorial of how to piece this together, please tell me in the comment section. Okay, let me know that is something that you need, and then I'll post the video. See you in my next class. Bye.